One thing about you is that like I done performed with you a few times, man, and I'm like an original artist. So sometimes learning other people's words is difficult for me. But if you don't know, Marvin will call you like an hour before a gig and be like, "Hey, you trying to play?" So like, how have you learned to remember songs quickly?
So that goes back to that story I was telling you earlier with my aunt and just sort of like training my brain to absorb. I got to the point where I can listen to a song on the spot 2 or 3 times, and a lot of pop music is the formula is very basic.
Yeah, standard
So it's
pop.
like if you know it's like A section, chorus, B section, chorus, C section, bridge, back to the chorus, van. A lot of especially depending on the era. Now, pretty much everything is it ain't got sections.
How
It's
I
the
felt.
same. It's the same. They might flip. The end of the cadence or blah blah blah, but it's the same beat. It don't change much. The 808 might have some variance in it, but
Yeah.
it's even simpler formula today. But yeah, I just sponging, man, and just vibe. We as melanated folks, that just it catches that vibration, and when we in that circle in that womb together, man, like
In
it's
the womb
crazy.
together.
Yeah, it's crazy how we communicate. We don't even gotta talk to each other.
Yeah.
I did a gig last night with my boy Kevon Byers, and it's amazing sometimes. Like, he's my Aries brother and my brother in Christ and all that, and we'll be playing, and when we get into this zone, it's like we'll do the same thing without even looking at each other. I didn't see him do that with Tay and all that. Like it's just weird. Like we're supposed to be in the same. We're supposed to walk together as brothers. Like we all kind of share that. Where we can just totally it's the vibration, bro. Like it's the spirit. And I've heard it comes from the divine. Like we connected to something a lot deeper. So that's like so when you vibing with us, remember I would be like, we do this, and I was like, you know what? Just do you.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about change the lyrics and do your own stuff over the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you end up coming up with some like I did my original music over top of what I'm saying, this Biggie beat that the band played. So we did an interpolation or we did that.
And
So
a lot of people won't even notice, man. A lot of people be wet. They be drunk anyway.
Yeah.
They just I don't even care, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
gigging, making sure people got those opportunities, man. Like I love the work that my man Kig Lee is doing with the Music City and the Music Accelerator. Like that's a continuation of I'm saying a lot of stuff that we've been doing for a long time. And he's taking it to a few notches.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to support him. We just did the Make Music Day Cincinnati thing with its international music holiday every June 21st every year.
I was a part of that.
Yeah, on the summer solstice.
Yeah.
Were you part of it?
Yeah, I was down at the main stage on
Fountain Square?
Sawyer Point.
Sawyer Point.
Yeah.
Oh, I need some video footage, man, so I can.
I don't know if they got it.
Nobody didn't take no cell phone footage. Did you?
I mean, I just went by myself.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know they should have hit
me.
me up. I was working with the team there for that.
Really?
I didn't even know you was in. Yeah, I was one of the three: Brandon, Haley, and then myself. And then we had a few other people who were helping. But we were, organizing the partnerships. Like brought in the partnership. I worked with them with the CRC, the Recreation Commission. We had several of the recreation centers actually doing stuff with the kids and filming it. And we also worked with the Music Accelerator, like I said, and they got the Cincinnati Parks on board, and it was just really every year it's growing exponentially, but it's growing. It's going to be it's an international thing, so it's like for us it's really important that when we have things like that, we don't think as much about it, the business side of it, as it is fellowship and community, and taking something like that because we can show the world. I mean, Cincinnati is so underrated and so forgotten as far as our mark in music.
Which is that funk.
Yeah. I mean, well, let's go back to King Records. Let's go back to hillbilly music in the early 20th century. Let's go back to that. And Sid Nathan. Even prior to that, Herzog music, which I'm involved with Herzog Studios and Bucky Herzog and Sid and all that match they created. And also that working with Henry Glover, who was like the first black and he had an executive position. We're talking about in a time where blacks could not even be in the same room on the same level as whites or whatever. There was Jim Crow and all this different stuff going on in the South and even in the North. Things, he was like important to that. He was going to the Cotton Club in Cincinnati and pulling these artists, the legendary Philip Paul, and a lot of these folks out. And Bull Moose Jackson, who a lot of people don't know, is credited with the first R&B when the cadence really changed. The first commercial R&B recording, the Honey Dripper. Yeah, so right here in Cincinnati. A lot of people don't know. The Twist, which most people say Chubby Checker, that was written by Hank Ballard, bro, on Reading Road here in Cincinnati. Otis Williams, who was one of the three kings with the King Records Legacy Committee. He Heart of Stone, his group, the Otis Williams and the Charms. He was a co-writer on Fever, which is like he's been covered by Madonna.
Yeah,
and all these different. Yeah, like Cincinnati has made some crazy, even to modern day. You talk about like High Tech and Black Star and his contribution to hip hop. Connecting with Mos Def and Talib Kweli. I had the opportunity. Me and Cameron Brown had the opportunity to bless, man, like to actually be studio musicians on a track that was then became Come Clean by Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
Never
Come Down is probably what you know that.
Yeah, Never Come. Yeah, it's called Never Come Down. Well, I say Come Clean. I was thinking about J. Rue the Damager. My bad. So that one, I'm on the drums.
Yeah.
Cam's on the guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things, like
I knew Cam was on there, but I didn't know that was you on there too.
Yeah, that was me on cutting the drums. Like,
That's
because we had to recreate, what I'm saying, like the feel of it, instead of, you gotta be cautious of samples and all that stuff. So shout out to High Tech, a lot of the contributions he made, he was doing stuff with 50 Cent and you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of work.
Contract y'all, or do y'all see residuals from that?
He contracts us to come in. We would be studio musicians.
Yeah.
So he pays us for the musician. We're not really writing a song, perhaps. It'd be different if we were like creating, but he already had the idea. We just had to come in and take what's in his head and make it reality.
I know I was talking to somebody one day, and they was talking about Cam, and I guess Cam was watching the Free Nationals and Anderson .Paak play. He was like, they're not even playing it right. That's a flex. That's a flex.
Yeah,
you
right.
Be like, bro, y'all not even.
You ain't even playing it right.
Hey, bro,
yeah.
Cameron's so crazy,
he's ridiculous,
bro.
Ain't he?
Cam, Jay.
Yeah, Jonathan. Some of our other musicians, brothers.
Bro.
Cam, the Off Key Boys.
Yeah,
Cam,
bro. Like
Jonathan, Jay Skills.
I already know Skills is who he is, but when I met Cam and Jay, I was just like, man. And it'd be 3:00 in the morning at the studio. And they going hard, like it's 5 o'clock in the daytime, like hard playing with.
Yeah, those guys like Cam, like you said, those guys 3:00 in the morning, sounding like they playing at 3:00 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hard, bro.
Yeah, those guys are great, man. Like I love them all, man, and they've been also a part of this journey for me. It's not about never about for me, and I'm gonna say this, and I can say it humbly because I stand on this. Like it's never about me, like what it's always about like I always open my heart and my resources to be able to help other people move forward and to gain better ground. And all those guys, man, they've been a part of some of the stuff that I'm doing. And I just have a genuine love like them, and even the guys I mentioned earlier who I've been started working with in the early 2000s. Like, it's some of them I still work with today. Like I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things I had done without them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that team and all about, that trust and that connection with folks. It's just, people don't get their flowers. Anybody I work, I'm right now, I tell you, like, if I don't work with you and even if I don't mention your name today, I'm giving you your flowers because I always try to surround myself with greatness, bro.
Yeah.
Like,